Well, these water bottles keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point they don't fit in the car anymore. So what's the answer? How about one of these guys? It's the ONOPOD Car Cup Holder Expander. It fits in your regular cup holder. You can put water bottles and even mugs in it. So I'm gonna do a full review and we'll test this baby out coming up in today's video. Hey, what's going on? It's Hobart. Welcome back to my channel. And so over the last few years, the fad has been to get healthy, and part of getting healthy is to drink more water. And so the water bottle manufacturers have responded by giving us bigger and bigger water bottles to the point where they're just not fitting in the cars anymore, and our car cup holders are not getting any bigger either. So what's the answer? Well, it's something like this, the ONOPOD Car Cup Holder Expander. Basically, you put this inside your OEM cup holder, and it allows you to put bigger bottles and mugs and things like that in there so that you can take them with you without having to put them between your legs or in the seat next to you for them to roll all over the floorboards when you hit the brakes. So this one right here, like I said, is from ONOPOD. They emailed me recently and said, hey Hobart, we spent almost a year in the lab trying to make sure that we had the perfect car cup holder expander and wanted to know if you would do a review for us. And I said, yeah, go ahead and send me one. So this is the box that it comes in right here. It says that it fits bottles and cups from 2.7 to 3.8 inches in diameter. Fits most vehicles. There is a caveat to that, which I'll get to. There is strong, durable ABS material. It's got really durable, thick silicone in here as well, so they used really good materials. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. They even have instructions on the side, which you really don't need because you're watching this video, okay? So basically, this is what you get. On the inside, you're gonna get 2 extra tabs, which I'll tell you about here in a minute. You also have a little silicone coaster that fits inside so that your mug or your glass or your bottle has something to sit on the inside. If you look on the inside, you can see that it does have tabs, and it's a nice shiny, hard ABS plastic on the inside. So these tabs come off easily. These tabs are basically here, so if you're using a water bottle that is not quite as big as this, then you have these little tabs that still keep it snug and it doesn't move around and clank around. But if you do have something big, maybe a mug or a very large water bottle like this one here, you would just go ahead and pop these 4 out, and then it would fit it in there just fine. When you're done, you can just put them back in very easily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy, just like that. Now this is gonna handle water bottles between 16 ounce and 50 ounce. The smaller ones, obviously you leave the tabs in. The bigger ones and the mugs, you're gonna leave, or you take the tabs out. Speaking of mugs, you do have the handle groove on the side here so that you can put your mug in here. You're having your morning coffee. Oh crap, I gotta run out and get something for breakfast before everybody wakes up. You don't have to waste your coffee. You just put your coffee mug right in here, head to the store, keep drinking your coffee. Boom, no problem. Problem solved. The bottom here, this is a hard silicone. Think of it as like, almost feels like a thickness of like a bike tire. And there are little air bladders down here, and what this allows is for you to put it in your OEM cup holder, and it'll adapt to different sizes. So as big as that and as small as this being all the way compressed. The good thing about this is it will give it a nice snug fit because those hard rubber air bladders are trying to expand and they just squish right inside your OEM cup holder. So it's got a nice snug fit. There's the ONOPOD logo. Like I said, it's hard ABS plastic, so you're not gonna have any cracking. So yeah, let's go over some of the recommended mugs and cups that will fit with the ONOPOD Car Cup Holder Expander. ONOPOD recommends that you can use Hydro Flasks, 16 to 40 ounce. The Yeti Ramblers will work, 12 to 36 ounce. Yeti Tumblers, the 10 to 20 ounce. Yeti Mugs. Now this one's a little tricky. 10 ounce and 24 ounce will fit, but the 14 ounce mug will not fit, okay? Just keep that in mind. Camelbaks, 12 to 50 ounce will fit. Takaya, I hope I'm saying that right, 18 to 40 ounce. Clean Canteens, 16 to 40 ounce. And there's a few others that I'll put down in the description as well. Now, as a general guide, the ONOPOD will fit mugs and bottles up to 3.8 inches in diameter. So just give your favorite mug or water bottle a measure, and if it's within that, it should work fine inside the ONOPOD. Now, there are some limitations with this guy that I've got to let you know about. If you do not have at least 4.25 inches of clearance, in the area of your current OEM car cup holder, then you might not be able to use this. Specifically, I mean, do you have a door or a sliding door, or maybe even a door cover? I have that in my RX 350 Lexus SUV. There is actually a door that flips over, and I cannot use it in my car, which is a bummer. But I am able to use it in my wife's Chevy Traverse. So that is kind of one of the caveats, that you need to make sure that you have at least 4.25 inches of space around your OEM cup holder for you to be able to use the ONOPOD with success. So there's 3 questions you should probably ask yourself before you buy the ONOPOD car cup holder expander. And that is, number 1, is your cup holder round? Not oblong shaped or weird shaped, it must be round, and between 2.7 and 3.5 inches in diameter. If you answered yes to this, then you should be okay. Question number 2 is, do you have at least 4.25 inches of unobstructed area around your cup holder? Because that is the diameter of the upper portion, and if you have anything in the way, like a gear shift, then you might be in trouble. So if you answered yes that you're good with 4.25 inches around your OEM cup holder, you should be okay with the ONOPOD cup holder expander. And number 3 is, do you have any kind of sliding doors or doors that will flip over and cover your cup holders? If you do, you probably are not going to be able to use the ONOPOD cup holder expander. Like I said, in my situation with my RX 350 SUV, that has a flip door, and I'm not able to get it in there straight. It wants to go in crooked, and that's because that door is in the way. So in this Chevy Traverse, I have no issues. If you answered, let's see, yes, yes, no, then you should be good to go with the ONOPOD cup holder expander. Well, now that I've gone over all the features and the do's and don'ts, let's go ahead and install this baby, and I'll show you some of the different mugs and thermoses I brought along so you can see the versatility of it and what you can put inside this, and then we'll go drive around and test this baby out. So let's go. All right, so this is a really simple thing to install into the car, but like I said, you got to make sure that you have that clearance around there, because if you have any kind of door or sliding door, folding door, it's probably not going to have enough clearance for the upper part of the ONOPOD cup holder expander. But if you do have the clearance, it's as easy as taking it and pushing it and pressing it right into your cup holder. Once it's installed, it's nice and sturdy, and you can then put your water bottle, your cup, or your mug inside your ONOPOD cup holder expander. Now, I brought a few of them, few different examples with me today. I've got this one right here. This is like what would be, you know, a normal Yeti that you would see out there on day to day. This one's full of water. We're going to use this to do some testing later on. I can take that, put that in there, no problem. And when I'm driving, it's able to hold it very nicely. So, and it's snug. So when I want to pull up on it, look, those little tabs on the inside don't allow it to pop up and pull out really easily, which is great, so it's not going to fall out. But when I do pull it out, it's able to be released. Now, some other examples. I've got a smaller, what would be like a Yeti cup, a little bit smaller in diameter, but because of those tabs, it fits in there nicely with no issues. Let's see, this one is a large skinny, so this one's going to be even smaller in diameter. Again, I'm going to leave these tabs in here, put it down in there, have no issues at all, and the rubber tabs even hold it in there and give it a little bit of resistance when trying to pull it out. Now, this is actually a thermos that my daughter takes to school, takes, you know, soup and stuff like that to school with. So this is actually a little bit bigger in diameter and getting close to where I might want to take these tabs out. Now, if I go ahead and push that in there, it fits nicely. The tabs fold down and allow it to fit in there snugly, so I can even take a thermos with me with hot stuff inside. Pulling it out, it's pretty tough actually, but it does release itself, which is really nice. Now, this final one here, this is the one that I've been holding even in the opening of the video here. This is big. This one, I need to remove the tabs. So I would just take these 4 tabs off and bam, I'm ready to go. And now I've got my really big water bottle with me that doesn't fit in my cup holder, and it's working fine. So that just basically shows you the different variety of water bottles and thermoses and things that you can use in the ONOPOD cup holder expander. All right, well, we got this big old Yeti in here. It's full of water, so we got weight. We're gonna put it in the ONOPOD cup holder expander, which is in my wife's car. And what do you say? Let's go drive around. We'll do some lefts, do some rights, and see if we can get some movement out of it and how sturdy this thing is. So. I've been pretty impressed with this. As you can see, even with weight in it, with a full cup of water, yeah, there's a little bit of movement, you know, you can see, but that's because it's got those air bladders down there that are allowing it to fit nice and snug inside of your cup holder. So that isn't really necessarily a problem at all, as long as it doesn't allow it to, you know, fall out or anything like that, which you can see it's snug even with a full cup of water. Now let me go ahead and do a little roundabout here, a little circle. Do it kind of hard, about 15-20 mile an hour, and then whip it back to the right. And as you can see, it's perfectly fine. So your big water bottles, your cups of coffee, your coffee mugs, they're gonna do just fine in here, even if you're driving all crazy without having any issues. Like I said, that's a full Yeti, not having any problems. So very impressed with the road test, driving it around, hitting some bumps, making some lefts and some rights. Let's go ahead and flip back in the parking lot here and we'll go over our pros and our cons. All right, well, let's get to the pros and the cons with this guy here. So we'll start off with the pros. Pros, definitely the material. They use really nice materials on here. The ABS plastic is nice and hard and durable. Doesn't feel like it's gonna break or it's not flimsy at all. The silicone that they used around the base and for the tabs and the coaster is nice and thick. Think of like a rubber tire, like a bicycle tire thickness here on the bottom. So the air bladders are gonna be nice and durable going in and out of your cup holder. So I definitely think it's a pro when it comes to the materials that they used. They used top quality stuff. Pro number 2 is gonna be the ease of installation. You can install this thing in just a second, as long as you have a round cup holder between 2.7 and 3.5 inches around. This baby will fit in there. It's nice and snug, as you saw on the test drive. It does have a little wiggle room, but that's because those air bladders are in there and they're kind of giving it that snug feeling, but still allows a little movement, not enough to spill anything though. So the ease of installation is definitely another pro. I also like that it's very versatile. You can use everything from small, medium, large, fat, skinny, water bottles, flasks, mugs, has a mug handle cut out on the back, all with this guy right here, the ONOPOD cup holder expander. So the versatility of being able to go from morning coffee to the gym with a nice big water bottle to maybe even some hot soup at night on a picnic, you can do all right here with the ONOPOD cup holder expander. So I definitely think the versatility is another pro. And my final pro, it's only $19.95 on Amazon. That's right, you can get a well-built, good quality cup holder expander for only $19.95 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. Now, let's get to the cons. Only got a couple of them here. I think that these tabs here should be a little bit harder to remove, and I know that sounds backwards, but if you're putting in a mug or something that is not big enough for you to remove the tabs, but still fits in there nice and snug, on the way in, as it's folding that tab down, you can actually pull the tab off. And if it goes in fine, sometimes on the way out, it's bending the tab up. And when it bends that tab up, sometimes it can pop off as well. And then you're on the floor looking for it, trying to figure it out. Hence why they gave you 2 extra tabs, because they do come out easily. So if they were a little harder to remove, I think that would be better. So con number 1 is that these tabs are too easy to remove and therefore easy to lose. Con number 2 is going to be that it doesn't fit in my car. Yeah, if you have a slidey door or you have a flip door, for the most part, it's not going to work in there. It works great in my wife's car, but not in my car. So keep in mind that 4.25 inches, which is the diameter of this, of surrounding area, you need to have nothing in the way. Otherwise, this is not going to work. So do some quick measurements in the car to make sure. Otherwise, that's all I got. I think it's a great device if it's something that you can fit in your car. It's well built. It works great. You saw on the test drive, it doesn't allow things to spill and move around too much at all, and it comes in at $19.95. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, so it helps me out but doesn't cost you any more. I'd appreciate if you went through that link if you want to go ahead and buy this for you. And that's all I got for you today. Appreciate you joining me. If you have any questions or comments on this guy or my video at all, please leave them in the comment section and I'll go ahead and answer them. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the bell so when I put out another video, you'll be notified. And I've got a lot of videos coming up, got a lot of reviews. It's a busy time of the year, so stay tuned to the channel because I've got a lot more reviews coming up, a lot of cell phone holders for cars. So if you're interested in that, stay close to the channel, all right? Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate you joining me. My name is Hobart. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.